Hi, welcome to Culinary Platter's new video series, Study in Ireland. Here I will be talking to you all everything that's required during your stay or during your study period in Ireland with respect to visa, living expense, accommodation, part-time, job opportunities and everything else. To give a brief intro, I'm Harshni Prakash, pursuing Masters in Chemical Engineering at University College Dublin, Ireland. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you all the first and the foremost requirement, which is the visa. So let's begin. So, the first and the foremost requirement for you to study in Ireland after you get your offer letter is to get a student visa. So, today I will be sharing with you everything that's required with respect to documentation of your visa. What are the things that you need to keep in mind, and few tips and tricks that will help you gain your visa pretty soon. Before I begin, I want to tell you that unlike US or other countries' visa, Irish student visa do not require you to sit for an interview, or there is no interview panel as such. The most important factor here is how you document and provide information about you as an registered document is what that matters. Every information that they ask for you should be in an document form, and that's what speaks for you, and there's no specific interview as such. So it's all filing of informations. And the second thing is there is an Irish embassy in India at New Delhi, but you don't have to go there. There is a office called VFS that's processing the Irish visas from India. Officially, this is officially registered by the Irish embassy, and they process the visas for you. Like they your visas, they check all your documents, and then they send it to the embassy, and you get your response through that VFS office. This VFS office are there in most parts of India, in almost all states, I would say. So, the most important information they have given with respect to the current COVID 19 situation is also that it will be easy for the embassy to process your application because of the current pandemic and the lockdown and all that if you go through the VFS office. So, please avail them. This is one important thing that I thought I should inform you before I talk about every other documents that you need to submit. So now let's begin with the documents that's required. The first and the foremost document is obviously the passport. So you need to submit all your current and old passports, the ones except for the ones that's been lost. All passports, if you have changed any information in your old passport and you have a new one, even the old and the new. And also if your passport is expired, then in that case also you need to show them your old passport. Like irrespective of what the situation is, you need to submit all the passports that you have held so far in your lifetime needs to be given to them. And a color copy. So whatever documents that I am telling now, all these documents must be color copied. At least two of all these documents needs to be color copied. So that's one important criteria. They do not accept black and white copies. All documents that you're submitting should have a color copy. And the passports that you're submitting, all pages in your passports have to be color copied, even if there's no information in those pages, if the pages are just empty, if your old passport is just fresh, but for some reason you've changed, in that case also every single page has to be copied and kept. So this is one important information. So once the passport is set, the second document is your visa application form. You can find this application form in this website called dfa.ie. I will link the website link in the description box. Check them out. So DFA is an official Irish visa embassy website. And there is this form called AVATS form. It's AVATS application form. You can just click on the form and will get downloaded. You need to print them out and fill it. Again, you need to print them as colored. No black and white is allowed. They'll simply tell in the VFS office that this is not approved or we cannot process this because yours is a black and white. So make sure all the copies that you have in your hand is colored. And there's also another form along with this visa application form called the supplementary form. That's around 13 pages. You need to submit two of those supplementary forms, and you need to fill every information of yours in that supplementary form. That's one of the important requirement. I will talk about what are the information that will be asked in the supplementary form also. And one important tip that the embassy is giving for the students who are filing student visa is to write their offered college name or the university name. Say if you're going to Trinity College Dublin or if you're going to University of Limerick, you need to write that college name or the university name on top of your application form for them to process it faster. So this is an important tip. So you need to download these application form and fill in. The third requirements are the financial documents. So what are the financial documents is what I'm going to be talking now. If you are going to take a loan for some, if it's 50% or 40% or 100% of your education is going to be a loan, then you need to submit both loan sanction letter and the loan disbursement letter to the application. Along with the application, you need to submit both these documents, both the disbursement letter and also the sanction letter. The another financial document here is your fees receipt or the EFT, that is electronic fund transfer receipt. So what is this fee receipt is, before you file your visa, you will be required as a criteria of visa to submit or to pay 50% of your education fee. Your tuition fee, 50% of your gross tuition fee have to be paid before you file this visa, and that payment receipt and the acknowledgement both from your side, like from whichever account you have paid, the receipt, and also the college will give you a confirmation telling so much amount has been paid. That acknowledgement slip both has to be submitted while filing the visa. So 50%, if you are someone who's gained some amount as a scholarship, then you will have to pay 50% from the gross total fee, not minusing the scholarship that you've got. Irrespective of you getting scholarship or not, if you're choosing a course and there's a tuition fee for the course, 50% of that tuition fee have to be paid in advance. This is for those who have tuition fee higher than 12,000 euros. Okay, and for 1 year. And you need to submit the acknowledgement receipt from the college as well as from your side. Both needs to be submitted. Okay, so apart from loan, if you have some source of funding, so the main and the foremost and important information that you need to provide, or the documents that you need to provide for your visa to get processed easily, is everything with respect to your finance have to be submitted in clear format. So if your loan is say 60% and the rest 40% is your own savings, then you need to show proof for everything that you have said in your finance or the statement of purpose or your cover letter saying so and so amount will be taken care by me or by my family, by my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my uncle, whomever it is. You need to show proof for that as a document. So what are the documents? If you have PPFs, if you have GFs, if you have savings in some form, if there's mutual funds that you have, all these, if you have taken some of your money from your mutual funds, then the mutual fund receipt, all these needs to be submitted during your visa application. Also, sponsors. You can have n number of sponsors, and your parents, irrespective of them being your sponsor or not, if they are sponsors, well and good. If not, also if you yourself is sponsoring you, or your brother is sponsoring, your sister is sponsoring, or you have some relative who's staying here or in India who's going to sponsor you for your education, their account statements, at least for the last 6 months from the date you're filing your visa. Say if you're going to file your visa in the month of May, then at least from last December, you will have to submit their account statement. So that's one important document again. Then pay slips of your parents. Okay, now if your parents are not sponsoring you also, you need to show their account statements and pay slips of your parents or your sponsors. Again, this is for those who are salaried. Those who are salaried should show their pay slips, and those who are running business or entrepreneurs or non-salaried parents have to submit 3 years of their ITR. That is, ITR is IT return. That's income tax return that they have filed for the 3 years. Who, if you are an entrepreneur, then in the name of their company or in the name of the institution, they will have to show the last 3 years financial years ITRs. And for pay slips is again last 3 years, and these all combine together as your source of income. Again, if your parents are salaried, then you need to show their pay slips. Non-salaried ITRs. These are the main important financial documents. So make sure for every amount that you have paid, there's a source of income for that, and that has to be filed. This is an important information. And so once the financial documents are over, next comes your educational documents. Your 10th and 12th mark sheets, college transcripts from first semester to 8th semester, your migration certificate, provisional certificate or degree certificate, IELTS test result form. If you have written IELTS exam, so this visa will ask for IELTS test result form, irrespective of the college asking you. If the university or your course doesn't ask you for an IELTS exam mark, the visa app will ask you. So it's better if you're going to apply for a college that's situated in Ireland, you will have to write your IELTS examination, which is an English proficiency exam, and then offer letter from the college. The offer letter should be full. There should not be any condition in it. Like if you got an offer letter before you finish your degree, there's high chances that they tell you that you will have to submit your degree certificate for us to fully offer you, which is called the conditional offer letter. But the visa office do not accept that. They need a full offer letter with no conditions, saying that you're fully accepted or you are fully furnished to take this course in so and so college. So this is an important document. And acceptance letter, because now because of the current pandemic situation, there is a acceptance letter telling that the student has to physically come here to the country and take up the course. It's available on the websites or in the student portals of almost all colleges colleges and universities available here in Ireland. You can it's a downloadable form, so you need to download that, and even that letter needs to be submitted. These are the important education documents. And the next important document will be the visa SOP, visa statement of purpose. This needs to be attached to the supplementary form that I was talking about. All the documents that I am telling now will be asked in the supplementary form as well. In the supplementary form, they'll ask only the basic information. To show a proof of that, these documents needs to be submitted. So that's how it goes. So visa SOP, statement of purpose telling what college you're going, what are the sources of income that you have showed, how you got the money, and what your family is doing here, and why you want to pursue this course in this country, why you want this visa, and what's your plan that you've taken up this course in that country, and how will you be contributing with that to your country and all that. Okay. And sponsor affidavit, it's just a basic bond that all your sponsors provide. It's again your relative or your brother, even your parents can tell that I'm going to sponsor my child and I'm going to sponsor so and so person who's going to pursue this education in your university or in your country, but they need proof for that. So it's just a bond written by the sponsor telling that I am a citizen of so and so country and I will be sponsoring so and so amount for this person during this period of time, and I'm fully aware of all this information that I'm giving you, and that should be signed and it should be in a bond paper. So that's called the sponsor affidavit. Then proof of accommodation. you will have to show them a proof telling this is where I'm going to stay in this period of time. So they will need you to provide proof of accommodation for minimum of 3 months, because the visa that you're getting is a long stay visa, so you need to show at least for 3 months. Health and travel insurance is again an important document that you need to submit for your visa to be processed. They will require you to have a health insurance for your period of stay. For example, for minimum of 1 year here in this country, until you live, you need to have that health insurance, and that needs to be renewed every year if you are going to stay here for more than a year. PCC, Police Clearance Certificate. This is a very, very, very important document that you need to submit during your visa application. It is a certificate that's given by either the passport office or the police station that's near you. But again, it will be processed through the passport office only, telling that you do not have any criminal offense, or you do not have any charges on you, and you are free to travel from this country to their country. It's a certificate given by the passport office mostly. If not, the passport office will direct the police station that's available in your locality, and they will give you the certificate. It's 1 to 1 week, 1 day to 1 week process, depending upon the situation. And this can be availed through the websites that's available here in India for the passports, like the passport website. You can go into the online website and you can book an appointment for this police clearance certificate online through the website. Then comes your cover letter. Cover letter needs to be submitted by you, stating what are the documents that you have provided all together and what the document says. Like if you have submitted your two of salary slips of your parents, and then you have submitted so and so documents like your loan document, your collateral property document, or your mutual funds document, and all those are worth so and so. All these needs to be, and your educational certificates and everything, all these needs to be put together, filed as a cover letter, and need to submit that also. If you are a employee here in India, if you have worked for some period of time, then you need to talk about your employment history also. You need to then submit your bank account statements along with your pay slips also. This is a very, very important information. Or if your spouse is going to sponsor you, then your spouse employment history, their pay slips, and also their account statements have to be submitted. And if you have had any visa refusal in the past, or in any time of your living here in India, you will have to submit a proof, or you will have to inform them that so and so, for so and so reason, my visa has been refused in this country. Any country it be, you need to talk about your visa refusal also. So these are the main documents that go in along with your visa application. All these documents that I have said will be asked in the supplementary form as information. You will need to provide all of these in the supplementary form. Also, take 2 color copies of every document that you're going to provide, and along with all these, an important photo, your photo in a specific dimension. The dimension is the Irish passport dimension. If you're not able to avail them through local photo shops, you can get this clicked and printed inside the VFS office itself. So the VFS office gives you this bonus of taking photos, obviously with some amount to be paid. So they will ask you this photograph of yours that will be stuck in your passport while getting your visa. So these are the main information. Now, in general, these are the specific documents that go in. But because of the current pandemic situation, and because of the whole COVID-19 and the travel restrictions that's been happening all over the world, there are few more documents that you need to submit. Currently, that's updated in the Irish Embassy website, that is dfa.ie. You can, it's updated every now and then, and every now and then the policies change or the restrictions change here in Ireland, you can keep a check on them and submit along with your general documents. As of now, the documents that's required is the COVID-19 passenger locator form. This needn't be submitted during your visa application, but after you get your visa, when you are going to travel to this country, you will definitely have to take a color printout of this form and fill it out, telling, and this form is just a basic information where you will be staying for the at least for the first 14 days, what's your name, what's the college that you're studying, and what's the purpose of your travel and all that. It's called the locator form, the passenger locator form. The second document is the vaccination certificate. You will have to show proof that you have got vaccinated and you're free from the virus. The third document is, again, even irrespective of you getting vaccinated or not, you should have a RT-PCR negative test form, a negative test letter, or the form or the file, which is taken minimum 72 hours before. So this is again an important document. And also, as of now, people who are traveling from India and some more countries where the virus mutant is there and there's second or the third wave going on, the those travelers are asked to quarantine themselves in a hotel. So you will have to book those hotels. These are not to be submitted right during the visa application, but after your visa is approved during your immigration or during your travel, you should have this document saying, in this so and so hotel I will be staying for the first 14 days, or I will be quarantining myself, and all these documents needs to be submitted during the immigration. If not, you will not be allowed to enter the country. So I think I have covered almost every document that's required, or every document that I submitted during my travel. I also traveled during COVID pandemic, but with lesser additional COVID-19 documents. There was no vaccine when I traveled, so that was an exception. If there's any information that you would also like to tell to the people who are traveling now, or if you have traveled recently to Ireland, please tell them in the comments. I hope this is helpful for you. If it did, please do give it a thumbs up and share it to everyone who need it. Continue watching this series and let me know your inputs. See you. Bye.